Well, good day, boys and girls. Did you miss me? I know you did. Hey, today I got a problem. I gotta bring in solar into this Jackery, but I have a full 400 watt panel that's putting out 40 volts. This guy only likes up to 30 volts. That's a problem, because if I put 40 volts in here, I'm gonna blow this thing up. If it doesn't have safety in it and everything, which I'm not gonna take that chance. I've got to get that voltage down to under 30 volts. I think I've got my fix right here. I'm gonna get into it. Let me show you the panel here. Let's just turn around for a second. Oh my goodness. See, I bought this 400 watt panel off of Marketplace. Dirt cheap. You can find them now. My gosh, the prices are, even for new ones, are getting so cheap. But yeah, no, I got that one cheap. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna maybe strap it up on top of my camper. Whatever. I've got two of them, but I only need one. This thing, the max you're gonna probably charge in here is about 130 watts or so, somewhere around there roughly. If you use the AC adapter for it, I think it charges about 130. We should be able to up that just a little bit though, because I'm using 24 volts and it's 19 volts. Research these suckers. Whenever you're researching these, it's so important to know what voltage is allowed into this. You really can't over amp them, because MPPT is only going to charge at, say, 10 amps. Whatever it is, that's all it's going to charge at. So you can't really hurt them by putting too much solar into these. But voltage wise, yeah, you'll fry these suckers. So what did I get here? I got this little box right here. Now what this is a DC to DC. Is that upside down? No, it's backwards maybe. I don't know. You tell me. DC to DC converter. It takes, what does it say? It says it takes 30 to 60 volts in. That's good. That panel's about 40 volts. And it outputs 24 volts. So there you go. I'm only going to be putting 24 volts. Now, I have some other stuff. I made an adapter. This I bought this adapter right here. It converts Anderson plugs to XT. Then I had to go XT. Had to build this little adapter. Yeah, it's not hot. It's whenever I torched it, the shrink wrap, whenever I made it, that's what those burn marks are. Don't get on me. Don't say, oh, it's all getting hot and it's gonna catch on fire. Those burn marks are just from shrinking this sucker. So I made a male to male. Just depends whatever way you want to look at it. And I bought this and I put XT connectors on it so I can use it with all my stuff. I convert most everything that doesn't take more than 20 amps to XT, so I can use it all back and forth. So there you go. I bought the adapter, made this adapter, come back down to this. So now let's just see how many volts are coming in this sucker first, okay? We're gonna see how many volts are coming in this. Then we're gonna see how many volts are coming out. Make sure red is positive, black is negative, all that good stuff. And then we're gonna hook it to the Jackery. All right, so let's start off. Now, I didn't show you one other thing. Look, I got a 50 foot. I think it's copper clad, dude. It's junk, all right? But it was cheap. But I'm not using a lot of amps with this sucker, so I'm fine. The other good thing is if you're coming in higher voltage, your amperage are going to be less on this cheap cable. And we'll test all that out too on this little project we're doing. Okay. So, let's go ahead and black to black, red to red. Let's see. So what's that saying? 39, so 40 volts. 40 volts ain't good for this. Let's see what we get whenever we put it through. The DC to DC converter. Now let's see what kind of volts we have coming out. Oh my goodness, I wish I had another. I need an assistant. There, 24 volts. I don't know if you can see that. 24 volts, right on the money. So, 24 volts, that's perfect. That's what we need. And it was the right polarity. So let's go ahead and shove this in here, see what we get. All right. Let's give her a second here. Let's go in here. Oh, look at that. 147. That's really good. Because with the adapter that comes with it to hook into your house, it only gets 130. That's because, like I thought, that was going to be 19 volts. So I'm really charging this. Now I could go, you know, if I could up this a little bit more from 24, I get a little bit smidge more out of that, because we all know amps times watts. No, amps times volts equals watts. So I'm actually maxing this. I don't want to go any further than this. I'm stoked with 150 watts off of that 400 watt panel. Now that's all you're going to get. I'm not going to get 400 going in here, because I'd have to up the voltage. And if you up the voltage, you would blow it up. So yeah, you know, first thing you want to do whenever you get these Jackeries, open up the look at the requirements on what this can take in. It's vitally important, people. You don't want to blow it up. So look, it says 24 volts, 7.5 amps. That's for the DC input. DC input. 24 volts, 7.5 amps. Supports 12 to 30. So we got a little smidgen of extra from 24 to 30. And it says the carport can only take 12 volts at 10 amps. So 12 times 10, that's 120. So we're beating that. So, I'm sorry, that's the carport out. I'm an idiot sometimes, people, but whatever. 24, we're safe. Look at your directions. And that'll tell you, a lot of people are like, why? Why do I add extra panels outside and I don't get no more wattage in here? Well, the thing only has probably a 15 amp or 10 amp or 15 amp MPPT charger. I don't even know if it even tells me what it is in here, but I can look that up. You're only going to get so much in, max. Just don't waste your time. Don't try. I see people putting 50 panels and going, it doesn't get any more power. Well, that's why, people. Most I'm going to get out of this is 150 watts, and I'm maxing that out right now. Okay, we got a dog and a kitty cat going nuts over here. But let's go look at amperage now. Before we wrap this whole thing up, let's go amperage. Don't need the leads. All right. So the amperage, let me see, off the saddle, since it's 40 watts coming all the way back here, I'm only at 3.3 amps, which means this crappy, long, crappy cable, it's okay. Don't freak out on me. Copper clad. I bought it cheap. This M4 connectors to XT, 50 foot long, dirt cheap, 3.3 amps. I'm fine. Let's go to the other side. Look at that, people. 6.4. So 6.4 amps is only going this little short distance from here to here. You could save some money on, you know, I feel confident that this long cable run is going to be great and safe for my project also. So now if I have to, in emergency, throw this panel outside, charge this up if I lose power in my house and stuff, charge one of these panels, I can now with this simple 20, it says like 48 volts to 24 volts. But like I say, look at the specs on these. This one's 30 in to 60 volts in. So I can even go a little higher than 40. I can do 50 volts into this from a panel. And it was still regulated down to 24 volts. Well, boys and girls, this was a simple one. I might use the Ludicrous grill. Look for that coming up. The Ludicrous griddle on this, on my next video. Till then, you guys have a good one. God bless. And yeah, enjoy your solar. And just this tip might help you out as to how to use a Jackery. If you put, let's say, a 400 watt panel up on your roof of your rig, your camping rig, but you only have this with you for that day or something, you still can use the 400 watt panel with your smaller Jackery. Well, good day, boys and girls. God bless. Have a good one.